Hi guys, it's Yishan here. Today I have a very special guest who played this exact deck that you see on screen to a 35th place finish at the Remote Duel Extravaganza. If you could you please tell us your name and what did you play?
Yeah. Hey guys, my name's Kyle Waterbury, and I decided to play Lyrilusc Tri-Brigade yesterday.
This deck looks pretty wild. Now, I think that a lot of people when they look at this deck, they see it as sort of like trolly or like for fun. But, how serious of a deck is it? Is it like, is this actually competitive?
Yeah, so the word that's going around right now on the interweb is level one spice deck, and I just want to clear the air and say I don't think it's that crazy. Before this event, I didn't really get too much testing in besides like Dueling Nexus because they actually have diverse meta on there instead of just playing against Drytron all day. But this weekend was the first time I really got to test it, and to say that it was like crazy good might be the right phrasing because it's pretty good. I don't there's not much stuff in the meta that just easily out the statue when it's one untargetable or two I have a way to protect it, which
Yeah.
this deck does.
Okay. Okay, well, why don't we get started with the deck then, and we'll even do a combo portion of this at the end. So if you guys want to see how the combo works, stick around till the end. But yeah, let's just get
Yes.
straight into the deck then.
Okay, cool. So um, the main build of this that's of like Tri-Brigade that's going around is Zoo, and I play a little bit of a different Tri-Brigade lineup than they do. So in Zoo, they usually only play three Fractal, two Nervals, and one Keras. But in this deck, the Tri-Brigades are basically the main function of the deck. So I play three Fractal, three Nerval, and um, two Keras. Because honestly, there are some times where you don't open like completely optimally, and you just have to send a fractal to freaking send Nerval, search the chaos, and make it some more and a statue. Like sometimes it's just as simple as that. Like you just need all the pieces you can get,
Hmm hmm hmm
and then moving on from the Tri Brigades, we have my like pick for the engine to go in it. So I'm playing Lyrilusc. So for a lot of people that don't know what Lyriluscs are, besides like the fusion monster that was used in Pendulum FTK way back when,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
these level one birds are like crazy. Like they just needed something like Tri Brigade to like boost how well they are. So like the main Lyrilusc I play is Turquoise Warbler. So Turquoise Warbler acts as a Cyber Dragon, so if I except your opponent doesn't even have to have monsters. So like my monster says if you control the monster, you just special summon it. And then if it's special summon, you can special summon one Lyrilusc monster from your hand or graveyard, which is crazy. So it's like a two for one.
Hmm
And
hmm
then we go into Cobalt Sparrow, which is when she's special summoned, you can add any level one winged beast type monster from your deck to your hand.
hmm
So whether that be Nerval, which is a crazy card, or Sapphire Swallow, which is part of the combo, or even if you have both, like I play a one up DD Crow
hmm
because it's searchable by like 90% of my cards.
Right, right.
Um, oh, and then you have Sapphire Swallow, who is literally if you have a Wing Beast monster, you can just special her in a level one Wing Beast from your hand. So it gives you it just this the Lyrilusc just flood the board like nothing else. Like it's so crazy.
Right. I mean, yeah, the synergy, I can definitely see the synergy. It gives you a lot of link material, but they also go to the graveyard, so then your Tri-Brigades can abuse them. I mean, it does seem like a match made in heaven. You're right, I think.
Yeah, that's why I think it's better than Zoo because the Zoo version can't flood the grave as fast, but this version, you just have. There are games where I look at my banish zone. There's like 20 cards in my banish zone. There's so
That's
many
great.
cards. I'm like, it makes me wonder if I'm even playing like a combo deck like this because there's like, my graveyard is basically a second resource.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
And then my other like my non brick card because a lot of these cards, a couple of the cards on my deck are hard bricks. We have Kinkabayu. So this
Mhm.
card is what I think some people make are one making it out to be like the level one spice deck because this card was played a lot like in Chaos Piper. Kinkabayu is really good because it is a extra level one. So with the card I play later, which I'll talk about when I get there, um, it's another search target,
Uh-huh.
and it brings back a level one from your grave, and you have literally so many level ones. and most of them have something either when they're special or sent to the grave. So like it just works out.
Sorry, I have a quick question. Just King of
Yeah.
Bio, it special summons it, but it banishes it when King of Bio leaves the field. If you link King of Bio and that card at the same time, does the card get banished or does it get sent to the graveyard?
Uh, so the way it's ruled is that it goes to the graveyard.
Wow. Okay, so that's okay. That's a big. Okay,
So,
that's a
so it's
big deal.
crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So after DD Crow, I got two alphas. Not only is it a beast, so if you need to just discard it, if you need to banish it, it works out. But also going second, this card is crazy.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's so good.
I see. So you just
Okay.
played it because it was just good going second, even though you opt to go first every game if you
Yeah, I
can,
do opt to
right?
go first, but I don't. I can kill you if I go second.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And then after that, I play two targets for my Simorg. I play the Berry Statue of Stormwinds, and I play Apex Avian. So most of the time, I just opt for the statue because in most cases, it is the crazier option to summon going first.
Mhm.
Apex Avian is so good on the second turn though when they pass, because then you drop the Avian and it's a negate. So then if you just kill them, it's like they have nothing to do about it because you have that Omni negate to just make sure your damage goes through.
Mm. Mm. I see. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Um, but it does add another brick to the deck. So there has been like an inner battle with myself whether or not to switch it out for something. I have thought about not playing that and main decking Imperial Order
Mhm.
because it is Imperial Order. Like if you make your board and you just flip it, you basically don't lose.
Right. 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 Yeah. There's not many outs left, basically.
Like against MSTTV yesterday, he definitely activated a Dark Ruler, and I flipped over the Imp Order. It just won me
I,
the game.
I heard about that. I heard about that.
Yeah, and that was besides the fact that I had two Meisters and a Droll in my hand for him too. So,
Okay. Okay. Got it.
so talking on that topic though, my hand traps. That's something I also have been like fighting about. So Ash has always been in the deck. Ash is just good. I don't care what anybody says. I always think Ash is good, especially if you're playing hand traps. Like that's the one I always go for.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, I was playing Imperm. The Imperm don't think is good this format.
I had the
That's
same thought. Yeah, I had the same thought.
there's just not many decks where you're like, oh, I'm going to imperm them and then I'm going to win.
Yeah. Yeah.
Drytron, you basically can't hit with imperm unless you're going to imperm their Vanities Ruler, and they might just have the pink, or the purple Herald anyway. So it's
Mhm.
like, okay, um, outlets you can't really imperm. Altergeist is like picking back up, and imperm's bad against that deck too. Dinos imperm's bad against like all these decks. Imperm's just not good against this format. So I personally don't play it. I know some people opt to, but I don't see the worth in it right now.
Mhm. Mhm.
So instead of imperm, I'm playing gamma because gamma's I feel is like so good this format because yeah, there aren't monster effects on the field you want to hit necessarily with imperm, but gamma's good against Drytron. You can negate their alpha or like a Ben 10 search. You can hit Misk when Dinos use its effect as special.
Mhm.
You can hit like multi if they like multi faker you before you put monsters on the board, you can gamma the freaking multi faker or the Meliseek search.
Mhm.
Just even like randomly like an Eldritch try to trying to then like return it back to the hand or like a zoo or like a Thurblade or something. Gamma's
Mhm.
just really good. Or preferably going first if you activate like Tenki or Jack in the Hand. You just gamma their hand trap, and now you have an Omega to rip another card out of their hand.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's like the. That's like just like a free. That's like basically GG. Basically. I mean, if that happens, yeah.
Yeah, it's basically like you're not winning,
Mhm.
which I did against I my hardest matchup is like invoked stuff just because of it just feels like so grindy and like they just all it feels like they always have something.
Right.
Especially in the matches I
Oh,
played yesterday.
I see.
It
Because
felt like
it's
they
because they can
always
summon
had
Raijin. Is that why
no,
it's
a lot of
hard?
players don't even a lot of players don't even play Raijin anymore. It's just
Oh.
that they usually play something else in it, and it just they always have something. Like when I played it yesterday, I swear every game they had Alistair Meltdown, Monster Reborn, into Goon combo, and I went, okay, yeah. And I mean, you hate to see it, but they have it.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
But yesterday, I was playing against an invoke player, and luckily he freaking just decided to ash my Jack in the hand. So I made a Gamma and an Omega and just ripped their invocation out of their hand, and they made an Eldritch and passed, and I won. So it was great.
I see, I see. Okay.
And then I played one last set of hand traps. I only played two of this, but I played a Biru. This is the one I go back and forth on the most because there are a lot of decks where it's good against, but there's also more decks that it's just not good against. Ultimately, I've been going back and forth between maining that or Meister. Meister is really good this format. Like
Mhm.
even decks you would think that it's not like the best against, it is. There's still applications for it. And like
Mhm.
against Virtual World, there's been times where I just Meister their spell and they end their turn.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Qinglongs. A
Like
lot of
right
times
there.
they're fragile to the Qinglong.
Yeah, they need that search sometimes. Or
Yeah.
like if you, yeah, it's great. Or if you Meister a freaking Misk or you Meister
Uh-huh.
a Drytron Engrave, it can just wreck them.
Mhm. Mhm.
Going
Interesting.
forward, I'd probably main deck the Meister inside the or side the Nibiru's, but that's also a personal preference depending on how you like to play it.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Got it.
So going into the spells, I played two Book of Moon. This is also like a flex spot. I play Book of Moon because there are sometimes going second, you just need to flip something face down so you can play. Like honest to God, like if they have a Dryden without a Bunny Blast, you just flip that face down, and then
Mhm.
you're fine. Or if they have an Eldritch and they flip a Conch, you just flip down that Eldritch,
No, yeah, this
playing
and it protects the statue too, right? Just in
protects
case
the
something
statue.
happens. Yeah.
You literally just flip their monster face down and they are stuck under the statue still.
Yeah, this card's pretty good.
Like it's
I wonder sometimes if like it being to 3 made more people want to play it than when it was at 1. Like
I
people
think
like
so. No one wanted to play it when it was at one.
yeah. I mean, I'm sure some of it's related to the format, but yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like right now it's just good. I can't necessarily say it'll be good like in future formats, but like right now it feels like a solid pick.
Mhm.
Um, I do often go back and forth between whether I want to mean this or cosmic,
Mhm.
but I feel like I've had less problems with this with spells and traps besides Mystic Mind, which has been my like biggest problem. But um, besides that, it's a really like I feel like there's a lot of monster related decks this format. So Book of Moon just kind of go even going first, kind of just if you just book a random normal summon, sometimes it just ends their turn, especially if you have the statue.
Mhm. Mhm.
And then I got more staple stuff. Foolish Burial. You can send like Nerval, search whatever Tri-Brigade you need. You can if they ask your Fractal, you can send Cobalt Sparrows to have full combo. You know, open Fractal, you can send Cobalt Sparrow have full combo. Like it's real good to just have extra, like basically a fourth copy of Fractal.
Mm. I see. I see. I
Um,
see.
and then I play three Tankies. Tanky basically acts as the fourth, fifth, and sixth copies of Fractal, and you
Mhm.
want to see Fractal. So just more ways to get into your combo pieces is great.
Mhm.
Um, and then this is kind of a controversial card. I play Jack in the Hand, which, if people have been following like which cards you can play in remote duels or what cards you can't, this is not on the list quite yet.
Yeah.
But people all day had asked me if it was legal, and I said, "Yeah, it's not on the list, so I'm gonna play it."
I mean, yeah,
But it's real.
I don't really see I mean, I someone played it against me and it I don't see the problem with this card. Like it's not like I mean, kaijus are legal, like we represent kaijus with tokens, you know, it's
Yeah,
like
if you can kaiju me, you can put a fake token in your hand to represent a card. I
right,
can show you what the card does.
right, exactly, yeah.
Jack in the Hand basically is just a way better version of Where Art Thou. So Jack in the Hand just you reveal three level one monsters from with different names from your deck, and your opponent takes one, puts it in their hand, and
Mhm.
you get to take one and put it in your hand, and then the third one goes back into the deck.
Mhm.
So in this deck, I'm gonna be honest, it does not really matter what they take from you,
Mhm. Mhm.
unless your hand is a brick. Because I will combo most likely, no matter what you give me.
Right, yeah, now I'm starting to understand how this all works. Because as long as Cobalt Sparrow's in the grave, you can reveal Warbler and Kinkabayo, and it does not matter which one. You might as well just take the Warbler because then you have the normal Akinka, but like you still get this,
Yeah.
and it's the same combo basically.
And if I have both, if I already have one of them, it's just even better because now if you hit me with one hand chop on one of them, I still have the other one.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, the card's just solid. The most I would, least I would play is two. I would never go below two. Like I'd maybe cut one, but I would never cut more than that.
Yeah,
The card's just
it is a
crazy.
hard once per turn, unfortunately, but
Yeah.
still, yeah.
Other than that, I play one Call by the Grave because hand traps kind of suck, and I don't want to get hit by them. And then I do play one for one because worst case scenario, you need to summon out like a Cobalt Sparrow from your deck, search for anything, or summon out Nerval to do combo.
hmm
In a deck with somebody with a deck in a deck with so many level ones, one for one is just crazy.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's good. Good.
And then I do play 41 cards. A lot of people don't like playing over 40. 41 is always what I play. Like I always play 41. Like I don't know what it is. It just feels right.
I don't think you're alone in that. I think there are a lot of people like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially since you play driver and like statue and stuff. I
hmm
don't. It, I don't want to draw them. I really
hmm
don't. 41 seems real great to me. My 40, besides driver being my 41st card, my 41st card is Harpy's Featherduster because sometimes you just need it.
There's no better
Sometimes you just got
feeling,
it.
right? There's just no better feeling when you go against a back row player and you just hit them for like three, and they're like, "Are you serious, bro?" Like you're like, "Yep, I'm
I
serious." Like,
swear to God, over the weekend, combined with like the Winamats and that, the main
uh-huh.
event, I swear I like dusted someone to death like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's
I'm
good.
like, this card's stupid.
Yeah.
And that's basically that's the main deck. The main deck's pretty solid. So going into the extra deck. So the extra deck for this deck, a lot of it's like utility because of how Tri-Brigades inherently work. So I'll start with the links. So link to Tri-Brigade, we have Frigid. She's really cool. So during your main phase, you can special summon a level 4 or lower beast, beast warrior, or winged beast from your hand. But you can't use monsters as link material for the rest of the turn, except beast, beast warrior, or winged beast monsters. So the Tri-Brigades all have that kind of restriction. They don't stop you from going into non tri beast types. They only restrict you to using them as link material. So you can still make like Appaloosa and Link Rebo and stuff
hmm
after you've used Tri-Brigade effects. She also has an effect that when she's sent to the graveyard, you can draw a card and put a card from your hand to the bottom of the deck, which is nice fixing. Sometimes you just need to get rid of some of your bricks. And then we got the Link 4, which is Shurig. So his effect is when it is special summoned or another beast, beast warrior, winged beast monster is special summoned to your field, you can non-target banish one card on the field.
hmm
And in this format, with like Dragoon and like random back row, they have to respond to it. If not, you're just shooting something out that you can't deal with, which is great.
hmm
And then it also has a when sent to the grave effect, which is you can just add a tri beast from your deck whose level is less than or equal to the amount of banished tri types you have in your banish zone. So that's like it's pretty crazy, especially in the late game. You're basically adding whatever you want. Like
hmm
eventually, you can just add an alpha if you want to.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. And then the last Tri-Brigade link, he's not as good. He comes up is Rugal. So his effect is during your opponent's main phase quick effect, you can special summon a level 4 lower beast, beast warrior, or winged beast from your hand or grave, negate its effects, but then it goes back to your hand during the end phase. So if you special from your grave, at the end phase you have another card in your hand,
I see. I
which
see.
is crazy. They do have some niche like uses when it comes to like Dogmatica because they do say if when it's sent to the grave. So if they Maximus you, you get a search and a free draw.
Ah, I see. I see.
For my non-Tri-Brigade links, I do. So I play Harpy Conductor. Yeah, Harpy Conductors, her effects don't really matter. They never come up. Most of them are not usable because she's the only Harpy monster in your deck. She's a Link 2 Wing Beast. So in those hands where you just need to like link Kribo Nerval, search for a Karaf, special the Karaf, and then link to or use its effective special Harpy Conductor, it puts you into a Samorg link. Like
I see.
for
I
no
see.
effort.
I see.
Like no effort involved at all. Like
I see.
she's just after that we got Appaloosa. Most of my first turn boards end with Appaloosa. She's real good. Um, Being able to just negate monster effects and negate their activation, by the way, was just really good.
Hmm.
She's also a win. So if you ever have to link off the barrier statue to continue your plays, you can just make her. Like so, sometimes it's just better to have all the negates than just the barrier statue.
Hmm. Hmm.
But it does come out.
Okay. Okay.
The next card I play is Ancient Warriors Oath Double Dragon Lords. So this is like the only link in the deck you can't just hard make. Like you can't just link into this
Uh huh.
because it requires a Wind Ancient Warriors monster, which you don't play.
But
It is a link to you can special summon off the Tri-Brigades. So
right. Right. Okay.
that's
Great.
amazing. Main effect is you can quick effect send one card from your hand or field to the grave to bounce one of your opponent's face-up cards to the hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's just great protection for the statue.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. This card's pretty annoying.
Um,
Honestly, I played against it.
I know
It's super annoying.
it's like so good. And then we have a Desperate Doom Eagle. I don't know how to say the first part of his name because it's like Nordic.
Harassflugger, something like that.
Yeah, it's real good. So it requires 2+ win monsters. So also a way to get rid of your berry statue if you need to. It gains 2,400 attack while your opponent has no monsters in their graveyard. So it's 4,800 attack point link 3 if your opponent has no monsters in their graveyard, which is
Hmm.
crazy.
Hmm.
But the best part of this card is quick effect. You can shuffle a monster from your opponent's graveyard back into the deck. So All Star of the deck is some more Bird of Sovereignty. This card is stupid.
This card is
I don't
crazy.
even. I don't. Yeah. I don't even think this should have been printed.
Yeah, this card is insane.
It's so good.
Yeah.
So it can't be used as link material. So that kind of sucks sometimes. But you can't target it ever or any wing beast monster it points to with card effects. So it inherently protects your statue with an extra layer. Another effect is during the end phase, you can special summon a wing beast from your hand or deck with a level equal to or lower than the number of unused spell and trap zones on the field. Inherently on your turn, that's like 9 or 10.
Right.
Summoning whatever you want. That's a wing beast.
Uh huh.
Well, obviously it's a statue most of the time, but you can drop that Apex Avion, which is a level 7. Because
Hmm.
if you have no zones available, or like you have 5 zones free, and your opponent sets like 3 cards, you're still summoning an Apex Avion,
Hmm. Hmm.
which is an Omni negate,
Hmm.
which means they'd have to have a strike and removal for your statue. And then for my last link, I just play Link Rebo. Sometimes you need it for to combo,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
like protection. It's protection for the statue, to be honest.
Hmm.
Like you have to have 2 monsters to beat over my statue, and that's usually not possible with just your normal summon.
Yeah, because you
So
can't special. So it's like, yeah, it's
yeah,
yeah.
the only deck the statue's kind of bad against right now is Virtual World because the wind typing.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
But against them, I do try to just make Appaloosa and Double Dragon Lords because it just they lose.
Right. You just
You have a
negate
bounce
everything.
for whatever
Yeah.
they target, and then you have a negate.
Uh huh.
It's like crazy. So going to my Xyz monsters, I play 3. The first one's Recital Starling. So her first effect is when she's XC summoned, you can target a face-up monster on the field, and it gains 300 attack and defense for each material on it. I never use that effect. If you use that effect and you get Ghost Ogred, you deserve to lose because you shouldn't have used it.
Uh
Just
huh.
to be honest. But her second effect is you detach one, add any level 1 Wing Beast from your deck to your hand. People recognize this card because Spiral played it
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
because it searches DD Crow.
Right. Right.
DD
Right.
Crow is always good. The second effect has won me games. It just says all battle damage you take, your opponent also takes involving her. She's
Hmm.
0 attack.
I see.
So
I
if you
see.
lead something up, and you have less life points than me, and I will just kill you with this level 1 or this rank 1 bird.
By running itself to its death.
And I also play the other Lyrilusc Xyz, which Drytron players have started to play too, because it is a level, it's a rank 1, it can attack directly, and it can go into Zeus.
Yeah.
And then the next card I play is Zeus. So you just attack directly with your little bird, and you make this like game-winning card
Yeah. This
for
card is
no reason.
insane. This card is insane.
Like
I
this,
think it's funny how you can turn a little like what rank 1 bird into this rank 12 monster.
this
It
deck
doesn't
has
make any
no
sense.
business having this card readily available. I don't think this card should be such readily available to every deck that can play next season monster. It's crazy.
Uh huh. Uh huh. Yeah.
And last card I play my extra is just Omega. Omega's really good because I play Gamma.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you don't really have to play anything else in this deck. You have the room. I went back. It was either I was playing Omega or Downerd Magician, so I can get an extra material on Zeus.
Mhm, mhm.
Finally, we got our side deck.
Yep.
This is also player choice. A lot of people probably will not like my side deck. My side deck is weird. It is niche, but I like it, and it worked for me. So you guys can do what you think is good for you.
Uh-huh.
Um, so I have two Droll. Droll is stupid this format. It's so good.
Uh-huh.
Droll a Drytron player, and they do not have orange light.
They
They
can't
have to pass
basically, yeah.
because they will not get to keep their advantage. Then I also play Skullmeister, which I kind of already talked about. I'd probably main Skullmeister. Skullmeister's really good. Nibiru should probably be in my side deck.
Okay, okay.
But I play the one of Pinkertops because it's Pinkertops is really good, and having two Alpha and the Pinkertops, it comes up. Just having all these monsters that just special summon themselves is great. It's
Mhm.
the only bad part is it's not a beast or winged beast, so it doesn't fuel the Dry Brigades, but like its effect is just so good. It covers the quick effect aspect that Alpha doesn't have, so it's just good. Like it. And I play Dark some more. This card's kind of weird, but I think it's crazy because you can summon it off. Not only can you summon it off of Smorglink, you can hard special summon this card because you play
Yeah,
Darks and win.
I just noticed. Yeah, I just noticed you can easily do that actually.
And there's with like Eldritch in the format and Alter guys coming back, and like there's random Guru decks topping. Dark Smorg's crazy. Guru can't do anything, by the way, against Dark Smorg because the people who know me, I played Guru for like I don't know when Savage Strike came out, but like since Savage Strike came out, I played Guru almost religiously until
Uh-huh.
like now.
Uh-huh.
This card just makes it so you can't play.
Yeah.
Poltergeist, what are they going to do? Normal Thorn and Meliseek is underneath the Samorg link. You can't send this.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Eldritch can't send it. Natis can't pop it. It's crazy. The
That's
only
pretty
time I
funny.
regretted it was when I sided it in yesterday and drew it, Barrier Statue, and a Cosmic Cyclone and two hand traps and had to pass.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's
But
just
that
Yu-Gi-Oh,
happens.
huh?
It happens to everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's just bad luck because other than that, I didn't brick all day, and this deck was real good.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Um, So I only play two spells in my side deck. I play Cosmics. There are decks you have to have spell trap card removal for, or it's just like you're done.
Mhm.
You play evenly. I don't have Lightning Storms. Lightning Storm's still kind of expensive.
Mhm.
I've never been a person to have too expensive cards, but so evenly matched is still really good. And then I played two Solemn Judgment.
This was interesting
That's
to me. Interesting.
pretty yeah, it's pretty niche for this kind of a deck, but um, main reason I play it is are like going first. Sometimes, especially after the side, your opponent's gonna have stuff to deal with your board. Like it's just inevitable.
Mhm.
And so if you draw Judgment and they activate like droplets for like two or three, you just made them neg so hard, and they can't out your board.
So, question, do you like if you are going first, post side deck, do you like almost always side the judgment in?
I almost exclusively always side the Judgment in.
Okay, interesting.
But also to deal with like these control decks that are popping up in the format. You play Red Reboot because I can't kill you. If
Uh-huh.
I Red Reboot you and you don't have a response, you're dead.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, this deck doesn't it seems like it doesn't have a problem with that, so yeah.
And then lastly, I play Imp Order. I do play quite a bit of spells in my deck, but the thing is, once I make my board, these spells are bad. I don't care. This Imp Order wins me the game.
Right, it's like similar to judgment, right? You just side it in when you know you're going
Yeah.
first, and then like, yeah.
So overall, I think personally this deck is real good. It's not picking up as much steam in the TCG as I thought it would. So in the OCG, it's the best variant of the deck of Tri-Brigade. Like
Uh-huh.
every version of Tri-Brigade that tops is this version. Just really like this deck, and I'm not one to play combo, so that's pretty weird for me.
Hopefully, like you said, there's not much of a community yet for this deck, but hopefully, I think your success and I can't remember the other guy's name. I apologize.
I
I
don't
think
remember his name
yeah,
either.
I'll put it in the description. But yeah, so I think yeah, hopefully that'll start some discussion. And I guess thanks a lot for the deck profile. I think a lot of people are interested in this style of deck. Tri-Brigade is a big fan favorite, it seems.
Well, I was it was crazy. Like playing that tournament yesterday, like 14 hours, and bricking round 9 was such like a disappointment because
Uh-huh.
like I'd been playing so well all day,
Uh-huh.
and then to play against Geist, which the Geist, no discredit to that Geist guy, he was so good.
Uh-huh.
He ended up getting 12th. Um, I opened unplayable, like completely unplayable games 1 and 2.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was disappointing because I would have obviously I probably would have topped if I would have won that match. But
Right.
um, waking up this morning and having my phone blown up with Facebook notifications, Messenger notifications, and Discord notifications about my deck, that was pretty great.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's a cool deck, and it seems very powerful as well. So yeah, thanks, Kyle. I appreciate it.
Of course.
We'll have some transition to the combo portion. And, we're gonna show off Kyle's combo, so I'll let you take it away, Kyle.
Cool. So this is the combo I try to do. Not a lot of people do this combo. A lot of people save like because I play Appaloosa my extra deck. A lot of people save it to link away the win statue with. So when you like eventually want to keep playing, you can. But I feel like the game should not go on that long. It should not go on long enough to where you need to like theoretically continue playing without the statue.
Hmm.
So this is what I do for my turn 1. So first, the combo revolves around any way to get into Warbler into Fractal. So that could be Hard Drawing Fractal, Hard Dragon Warbler, Tenki, um, Jack in the Hand. You can do this with King of Bayou too, but for the sake of this combo, it'll be Tenki and Warbler. So
Okay.
you're gonna want to activate Tenki. Tenki will search for Fractal.
All right. So we're gonna search for Fractal. That's the level 4 guy.
Yeah, the one with the little bow. Yeah. And then since we opened Gamma, if they did hand, and so we're gonna activate Fractal.
Hmm.
So he sends to grave. If at any point here or on the Tinky they activate a hand trap, you have the Gamma, which I play Omega in the extra deck. So if they hit you, you just rip another card out of their hand, and it's just
Yeah.
gravy
You
at that
basically
point.
like it's like a free win, basically.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you're
So
gonna use Fractal, and you're gonna send Lyrilusc, Cobalt Sparrow.
Cobalt Sparrow. That's the blue one, right? Oh, that's no, that's not that one.
No,
That's the
it's
brown
the
one.
brown one.
Okay.
Yeah, right under the alpha. Yeah. And then since you have no monsters, you get the special summon Turquoise Warbler for free from your hand.
Hmm.
And then when you special Warbler, you can special summon a Lyrilusc from hand or grave. So you're going to go ahead and special summon Cobalt Sparrow.
Okay.
So when Cobalt Sparrow is special, you can add a level 1 Winged Beast from your deck to your hand. So in this instance, we already have Nerval. So we're not going to search Nerval. We're going to go ahead and search Sapphire Swallow. But if you don't have Nerval, go ahead and search Nerval first. Because even if they disrupt your next search, you'll still be able to have the Nerval for combo.
Okay, I see.
So then you're gonna overlay Warbler and Cobalt Sparrow, and then you're gonna go into Recital Starling.
And do you put this in attack or defense?
I usually just put it in it's so I put it in defense just because, but you could put it in attack because they will take the damage from it if they
Right.
attack it.
Uh-huh.
So either way, yeah. I don't use its on summon effect because
Right.
for some
Yeah.
reason if it gets ogred,
You're gonna be
God
mad.
forbid,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be mad. So then you're gonna activate Recital Starling, detach 1, and add a level 1 Wing Beast.
Does it matter
Um,
which one you detach here, or
No, it doesn't matter here. They're going to
okay?
get banished from the grave. So we already have Nerval. You already have Sapphire Swallow. Usually you would search the one you're missing, and if you have both, you'd search DD Crow. But I already have DD Crow.
Okay.
So in this instance, I would just grab another Nerval because you can never have too many. It's a good follow up too.
Okay. So let's go grab another Nerval then.
Right there. Yep. And then Sapphire Swallow will activate her effect. Since you have a Winged Beast, you can special summon herself and a level 1 Winged Beast from your hand.
Right. Okay. So I assume the Nerval.
Yeah. And then since you have Nerval out, you can use his effect, banish um, two of the Tri-Beast types. That's how I'm going to refer to it. It's so much easier than saying Beast,
Right.
Beast, Word, and Wing Beast.
Yeah. Okay.
So banish 2 of the Tri-Beasts from your grave, and then you're going to special summon the Tri-Brigade Link 2. Don't extra monster zone doesn't really matter. Whatever one you want, it's going to go away right away.
Okay.
So from here, you're going to link Urgit, which is link 2, Nerval, and then either one of, or not either one. You're going to link away the Xyz monster. So Nerval, that, and the link Xyz monster, and you're going to go into an Appaloosa with 3 negates. So if they have not hand shaped you, or if they have not Nibiru'd you by now, they don't get to. So that's great. And if they also have saved their hand trap for some org, they're out of luck because now you have the Appaloosa.
Right. Right.
So now you're going to have 2 things that are going to chain. So you have Nerval and you have Frigid. So chain link 1, I usually put Frigid. She lets you draw, when she's sent to the grave, you can draw 1 card and then place 1 card from your hand onto the bottom of the deck. And then Nerval, when he's sent, he gets to search for any Tri-Brigade.
Okay, I see.
So with Nerval, I usually search Karas, which is the one that discards in specials.
Okay, so that is
Little
this one. I see.
Yeah. So at this point in the combo, you haven't even normal summoned yet, so you won't have to use the effect to discard, but it does come up.
Right.
You can just normal summon. Yeah.
Okay.
And then you get to draw 1 and then put 1 bottom deck.
Ooh.
In this case, I'd probably just put the Gamma because it's not going to come up.
Okay.
And for God forbid they break your board and you have to Nibiru them, it comes in. And then you're going to link away the Sapphire Swallow or link Rebo.
Link Rebo, okay.
And then I'm going to normal summon the Karas in the preferably not in an Appaloosa zone, just so you have the room. And then you're going to use his effect to banish 3 of the tri-types and special summon some org.
Dang, the fact that they can special Samorg is like crazy. Oh, which one should I should keep the turquoise? Oh, no.
You're gonna always want to keep Nerval because of the fact you play Kinkabayu. You always want Nerval in there. It has come up once where I didn't have him in there, and the only card that my opponent gave me was the Kinkabayu, and then I was like, great.
Okay, so like this then maybe. I think that's 3.
Yeah. The XE and the Link never really come up. So, and then some more. And then end phase, you would just go and special summon the Windberry statue.
Oh, I see from the deck. I see.
Yeah. So we don't have to completely reset, but do you want to go back to where Recital was on the field and the 2 monsters?
Oh, so if they Nibiru there, basically?
Then I can,
at this point,
this is the last possible. Yeah, this is the last possible place they can Nibiru you in my combo. If they don't Nibiru you here, they cannot do it. So say they Nibiru you here, right?
Right.
So everything gets wiped.
So everything gets wiped. You get a token.
You get a token. So Nerval triggers and Frigid will trigger. So you draw. So Chainlink 1 the draw, Chainlink 2 the search. So you'll search for the Karas. And you'll draw. Putting the Nibiru back, obviously, because you have 2. And then you're going to normal summon the Karas.
Normal Karas here, okay.
So you'll use Karas effect, banishing 4 from grave.
4. Okay, so the one you said you wanted to keep was Sapphire Swallow and Nerval.
Nerval at all.
So this one, and I guess this
Sapphire.
one?
Yeah, Sapphire or Turquoise are fine too. They don't matter.
Okay.
And then you're going to special summon Shureg, which is the Link 4 Tribrigade. So when he's special summoned or another tribe type is special summoned, you can non-target banish.
Right.
1 card on the field. So you just banish their Nibiru.
The token?
You can't. No, their Nibiru.
Right. Nibiru. They have a Nibiru. Okay, got it. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I see.
Because now they can't attack over your statues easily, and you have the token.
I see. Okay.
So then you're gonna link 2 into the second link 2 Tri-Brigade that you play, because you play 2 of them for this. So you'll link the Shureg and the Karas off. So when Shureg is sent to the grave from anywhere, he can add any Wing Beast, Beast Warrior, or Beast with a level less than or equal to the amount of tri-types you have in your banish zone.
Right.
So you basically add whatever you want from your deck. So obviously you're going to want a Wing Beast because of some more. So I just grabbed one of the Turquoise Warblers because you're not going to need them again. So you don't care if you just use them as a link material. And
Okay.
then Feartit's other effect is during your main phase, you can special summon a level 4 lower tri type from your hand. So you just
Right.
special summon the Turquoise Warbler.
Right. Okay.
You go into the Smorglink with those two.
I see. Oh. Oh yeah. I can just link these two, right? Yeah.
Yeah, into the Smorglink. End phase, it gets you this barrier statue.
I see. So you still end on basically you end on the barrier statue still, plus they use their Nibiru.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure to thank Kyle for his hard work and his good showing for this deck. And I will see you guys all in the next video.